Sayef Abdullah and Saif ul Haq have been caught talking to Jasmine Barkas. Jasmine Barkas is somebody that I worked for who admitted she was a National Guardsman on patrol when she was working at UAS Taikazine. Working over at UAS Taikazine, she tried to fuck me over. She would rob me of tables. She would cut my shifts when I would refuse to date her. And she would cut my hours just hours before I would show up to the job. She would just cancel my shift completely, just like literally 1 hour before I would show up to my shift. I would plan my day about to be a work day, and she would just cancel my shift because I refused to work there, and she would make me face workplace reprisals. And she was caught taking a note from Saif ul Haq, a bribery note. He came into the restaurant, and I have photograph evidence of him speaking to her and discussing the terms of her being bribed to fuck me over. And that very same night, I was fired because she went into the kitchen and canceled some orders that I put into the system. There's proof that I put those orders into the system. Not only did she cancel the order so that the customer could come and yell at me, but the customer that came and yelled at me was part of the gay community, and that table of customers was already drunk when they came in, and I warned the manager of that. She said, "Don't worry about it." She went and canceled one of their orders. I said, "Look, I put it in the system. The evidence is right there." She said, "The customer is always right," and she blamed me for it. And I'm not against the gay community when I say that, but what I'm saying is she was admittedly sexually active with them. They're sexual partners. They're close buddies. And so not only did she go into the kitchen and tell the staff to cancel the order, but she also told her buddies that were outside to play up the act of firing me. And that same night was the same night that Saif ul Haq showed up and passed a note to her. And so you can see the connections between the military and their efforts to sabotage me and squeeze me out. Currently, I'm dealing with Jasmine Barkas acting as my Spanish instructor down at NAU. She goes by a pseudonym of Brandon Robles, and she dresses up like a man. And when I say dresses up like a man, I'm talking wears disguises that are absolutely thick. We're talking like prosthetic quality silicone and latex and compound materials to make an individual look completely different. The kind of quality that the CIA uses and has admitted to using. There's video series online about, what would you call it? Special effects makeup and disguises and how these masks and disguises are made. And all of that information is readily available. And so that's the kind of stuff that they're using. And the reason I say all that stuff is readily available, and it does exist, because people use it in movies all the time. They wear fat suits all the time. They wear disguises all the time. It's not some sort of secret. But sometimes when I mention this to people, they think I'm being rash or I'm making something up. But it's like, no, there's billions of dollars on the line. These people would gladly spend tens of thousands on a disguise to try to get away with a crime. And they very much do. And they very much take investments from foreign and from abroad, even from countries we're not very friendly with, to do so. And anyways, point is, she's wearing this guise to act like a man. She's no longer wearing the ass harness that she would wear when she works at UAS Taikazine. She would wear a harness on her butt to make it look like she has protruding hips, when in reality she just has very tall legs that go up to her neck. We're talking like all back, no butt type situation. Not insulting her, I'm just trying to describe the fact that she does wear a harness when she's working at UAS Taikazine, and when she takes off that harness, she uses her androgynous look to dress as a man by the name of Brandon Robles to act as my Spanish instructor down at NAU. And as the Spanish instructor, she actually very much sucks at her job. The people in the classroom are people that are associated with all the other criminal associates. We're talking Saif ul Haq's sister is in that Spanish class here at NAU. We're talking Saif ul Haq's wife is in that class, wife/fiance/baby mama. He calls her all three. They break up every week. They are not healthy. Anyways, she's also in the Spanish class with me. And who else? Just all sorts of daughters of generals and colonels are forced to study in that Spanish class with me so that they could so that they could put forth their effort to rob me of my security clearance and its compensation. And since there's an affidavit, admittedly so, and they know as much. They know that there's an affidavit with the courts that says, hey, these people are trying to rob me. They're trying to siphon off my security clearance compensation by forcing me under conservatorship. What they've settled for is trying to get me to wed one of these ladies that they present me. And so that Spanish class, I'm a straight guy, and so that Spanish class is almost completely woman, and it's almost completely woman of their choosing. So not only did they select my instructor to be somebody that I repeatedly turned down and decided I did not want to date while I worked with her, not only did they make my instructor a woman that is trying to date me, but they also made a vast majority of the students similarly, ladies that would try to date me. And it's very uncomfortable. It's not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I like, but it's very much the case. And this just goes to show you what kind of effort they would go towards and pursue in order to get away with the crime that is their security clearance compensation theft. And yeah, their disguises are very thorough. We're talking full thick latex suits. That's something that Layla would wear. She would wear a bunch of latex and silicone and a huge disguise to pretend that she's somebody completely different, when in reality she looks like the same Humpty Dumpty ass looking chick that she always does. The same goes for her IT boyfriend, just a Humpty Dumpty dude, but suddenly he's wearing sunglasses.